The Tennessee Titans ranked 30th in sacks last year with just 32 total. Now, in a division with CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, and a toss-up between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson in Indy, that's a problem. Is our pass rush already on life support? Let's talk about it after the intro. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bonafide, and this is section 240, a channel all about the Tennessee Titans, but from a fan's perspective. Now look, free agency and the draft brought in some solid additions. No lie, can't cap about that. But no front office can fix every roster hole in one offseason. And right now, we got a real issue on defense. This flatline pass rush in Nashville. All right, so if you've been watching Titans football for the last few seasons, you already know what I'm about to say. The edge pressure is spotty. The interior disruption is inconsistent. But last year, I feel like last year was pretty close to rock bottom. This defense finished 30th in sacks, 31st in pressure rates, and gave up the 4th most passing yards per attempt. That's not just bad, that's critical, all right? We are in a cold blue. And I'm not talking about that, all right? We really need somebody to get the crash cart for this pass rush because our best pass rusher is gone. He signed with New England. That's 9 sacks out the door. Now, Arden Key gave us 6.5, and I think Big Jeff had 5. And after that, crickets. So what did we do this offseason? Now, here's who we brought in or brought back. Lorenzo Carter, who had 0 sacks last season. Draymond Jones had 8.5 sacks the past 2 years with Seattle. And then we brought back Sebastian Joseph Day, who I think is a solid rotational guy and was overall a good re-signing, especially when it comes to depth. Now, we also re-signed James Lynch, who screams depth signing. But none of these players scream game changer. So in the draft, we picked up Oluwafemi Aladejo in the 2nd round from UCLA. Now, he's a former off-ball linebacker, and he switched, and I think in the middle of the last season. So he's still kind of learning the ropes. Like, he's raw, he's physical, he's athletic, but I don't even really think he's going to contribute to this unit yet. So that's a long-term play, not a short-term solution. If you're still with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we break down the Titans like only fans can. So, you're probably asking, say, so what are we gonna do now, Bonafide? I guess the question that we all asking is, what is Dennard supposed to do with this? So unless Mike Berganzi has a trade up his sleeve, this is the unit that we're going to go into 2025 with. Now, Dennard comes from Baltimore, where when he was the defensive coordinator, they led the league in sacks and they were top 3 in pressure rates. He knows what a dominant front is supposed to look like. And this ain't it. At least not yet. Now, I know Jeff was injured last year, but Big Jeff should be healthy this year. And, Tavondre, Big Meatloaf, showed some promise as a rookie. But again, unless somebody steps up off the edge, we're going to see the likes of Stroud and Lawrence carve us up again. And we can't keep letting these QBs sit clean in the pocket. So if these additions don't hit, then the pass rush is basically dead on arrival. And that's just plain and simple. So now I'm asking you, how do we fix this? Do we need to trade for a premier pass rusher? Do we need to look for a free agent? I think Chase Young is still out there. I know Jadeveon Clowney, yes, he got released by Carolina, but does he have anything left in the tank? Is a reunion there somewhere in the making? Or is there somebody on the roster that's ready to break out? Is there somebody I'm not missing, I'm not thinking about? Or should we be prepping for the 2026 draft already? So I'm asking you, drop your remedies in the chat. All right, so we're about to close this video out. rookie minicamp kicked off this past Friday, and you already know we hunting for every bit of Cam Ward footage we can find. We got a little glimmer from Titan social media, which is a whole nother story. Anyway, but we did get one clip. So we're definitely gonna talk about rookie minicamp and what we should expect, and we might hit on this this deficient dead pass rush we got on the next episode of our podcast, From the Cheap Seat. That's where me and my homie Trey cover all things Titans. So make sure you lock in with us. Make sure you subscribe. You got the notifications on. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. Make sure you follow us on TikTok at section_240. So you don't miss what's coming up next. And like I always say, there's plenty of room in the section for us all. Tighten up.